Hi, Anna. Really great question. Something that definitely needs to be addressed this day and age as more wars are being fought from behind computer screens than out on the battlefield. So I think the first thing to consider is, who is being affected by this primarily and why. And I would say that you're absolutely right. The younger generations are getting the bulk of the dilemma because we're the ones who are constantly on social media checking for news. We don't read the newspapers like the older generation does, where those stories are vetted and verified. We're ready to believe anything that gets us riled up. And anybody can be making these posts on social media and they can say whatever they want. It doesn't necessarily have to be true. So I think in order to best fight against this and not become part of the problem, we really have to be verifying what it is that we're reading. We can't just be ready to trust everything that we read because it has, thousands and thousands of likes and shares and whatnot. We have to make sure that this is coming from a credible source, and we have to make sure that once, if we find out that the information is not so credible, that we don't just kind of let it slide by and contribute to the problem. We have to make sure that we're doing something and speaking out and saying, hey, like, this is fake news. So do what you can to make sure, one, you're not being affected by it and targeted. Make sure you're not part of the problem, and also, make sure that you're not letting this thing kind of perpetuate. We don't want to be passive bystanders and let our country become attacked by a narrative.